I mean, it certainly looks a lot better than just putting another portal in the middle of a field, that's for sure.
See, by simply using some mangrove roots, we can add a totally realistic and convincing wooden hatching piece to place at the bottom of your deck, which is a level of detail that I think a lot of builders would forget about. I mean, who cares about what's underneath what you're building, right? But when you see it from this angle, it really does step it up. It is worth noting that the different back sides of the shelves also gives us unique texturing to use here, and particularly mixing it with our different stripped oak wood, or stripped wood of whatever kind of wood variant you're using for the shelf, I think looks great. So while they can't be rotated, it is worth saying that even just seeing the back side vertically like so does look pretty nice.
When you're in a hot climate like the desert or the Badlands biome, oak leaves really change their color, but that'll let us make them into tumbleweeds instead, since if you were to just tug a couple of these onto the ground, they do match pretty nicely with the dead bushes that we already got. And then you could use something like birch leaves or azalea leaves to match the actual texture that you're going for, giving you all the plants that you wanted, dead or alive.
Now, it's rare, but some people are going to disagree with your royal birthright. So to show them that it's deserved, we're going to build this recreation center in the dungeons in your castle. After all, some of your subjects might just need a little extra convincing. This massage chair over here is my favorite. And that's not a prisoner, it's Dinnerbone. See, he likes being upside down. And it's a good thing we have another pulley system lying around.
Stairs aren't the only block that you can use as stairs, and this modern design proves that. With a mix of end rods for a light source and these carpet-covered iron trap doors, we get a unique floating staircase that still makes sense. And while this looks great, the only thing you should keep in mind is that you can only walk up these seamlessly if you start first from an end rod. Because if you start from this block down here, you're gonna have to jump up at least the first step. If you've got plenty of banners, then you have just what you need to make a couple of these ghosts that were designed by Gold Robin. And I love the little detail of having different facial expressions for each of the ghosts. And really, whether you use glass blocks to support these in the sky, or light sources so that they glow in the night, this build trick is just what you need to turn your house into a haunted one. And you do it all without needing a creepypasta. Stop using item frames and instead use these signs, since unlike those item frames, these aren't going to lag out your game nearly as much. And by using different kinds of ASCII art like this user does here, it can still be quite effective. And plus, you'll still have room to type out the actual label in case people can't decipher your abstract art. And for my money, I'd say this is a lot more creative than just putting a leather in between some sticks and doing it that way. And better yet, you could even dye the sign, offering up more variety than you maybe expected.